Hello, I'm Crystal Campbell.
And I'm Wilson Smith.
Welcome to Breaking Chain.
Our guest today is Felix Stevens from right here in Fulton, Mississippi. How you doing today, Felix?
I'm blessed. I'm having a great day, guys. Good. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
We are awesome, yeah.
That's what's up. I appreciate y'all allowing me to be here today.
This is your second time on the show,
Yes.
and we liked you so much we thought we'd bring you back. I'm not the normal host, but
That's right.
But I am the normal co-host.
That's good.
I wasn't here with you the first time, so I didn't, I don't know what happened then. But I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
How did you get sober?
Well, I'm gonna be honest about the situation. How I got sober was a higher power. God had to intervene and put me where I didn't want to be. I went to prison, and while I was in prison, he sat me down and he talked to me. Told me I had 30 days left. And after that good talking, I started doing the Bible study in prison right before I come home. And when I got home, I just continued to live for God. Found me a church where I worship God in, Open Doors Worship Service. And that's why I met you. And then after you,
Yes.
Will came along. And that church became my home. And I appreciate them. They've been a good help with me. And a great support, and has given me the push that I never had. And I'm just allowing God and the people that's in my life to keep a strong hold on me and teach me what I don't know, and I'm willing to listen and learn. And that's how I got to the situation I'm in.
what were you doing before you got sober?
Oh, what was I doing before I got sober? Basically ripping and running and tagging along with any and everybody and doing any and all things, to be honest.
Okay, what was your drug of choice when you were in the world?
Anything you got. I did PCP, ecstasy, mescaline, LSD, marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamines, mushrooms, peyote, GHB. It wasn't nothing you put in front of me that I wasn't willing to experience.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's why my life was such in a turmoil, because I have used just about every drug there is to do, and it took my life in a big old swirl, and I didn't feel no hope. I was put on the back burner. I mean, my mother talked to me about it. I told my mother what I was going through, and she just looked at me and she said, "Son, you're not the son that, I didn't raise you for this." And you know how a mother is. They give you them good lectures and tell you what they expect of you, and this is what she's not expecting out of her son. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm grown. I mean, in the word it says you're not grown until you're out your mother's house. I was still living in my parents, so I wasn't grown though. I was a pestilence to myself. I found crowds that loved me when I had something. But when I didn't have nothing, they was pushing me out the door before I got in the door.
Right.
They was my friends until it was all gone. But
What
now,
got you caught up?
well, I got busted in Memphis in 2005. Conspiracy to manufacture liver cell controlled substance of ecstasy, $300,000 and 2.5 keys of cocaine, and about 4.5 ounces of meth. And I was facing 25 years in federal prison, but I ended up having to do 5 years. But it took everything I had. It took my cows, it took my land, it took my car, it took my apartment, and everything that I thought I was building up, it was taken away, just in a matter of seconds. And it was asking me to turn people up, and I was like, I don't know nothing about all that. I ain't turning nobody up. Whatever y'all talking about, y'all can go and give me my time and push me where you gonna push me. But I ended up doing 5 years in federal penitentiary in Lexington, Kentucky, in 2006, and I got out in 2000, I think 13 or 14, almost 15, somewhere around there. And when I got out, I come home to a halfway house in Tupelo, Mississippi. And I was probably about 150 pounds, but like I was 220 pounds. Cause I've been around weights and a weight pal and basically eating good. I was eating McDonald's every day. I worked down at the airport base in Memphis, Tennessee. After they moved me from Lexington, Kentucky, I wound up in Middleton, Tennessee at the Air Force Base. And I used to go out to the Army barracks and clean the Army barracks up. So I had an outside job. I was getting $35 a month for that. So I was pretty productive in there, and I was going to school. And, you know, kept my little garden. I did the gardening there. Tomatoes, bell peppers, and onions, and okra, and squash, whatever you could grow, I grew it. But it was a turning point in my life, I feel like. And I feel like if I wouldn't have went through that, then I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So now that I'm doing what I got to do and just trying to stay positive and stay motivated for God and trying to stay around positive people and do the next right thing.
What's the most important thing in your recovery right now?
Most important thing to me right now in my recovery is me. I mean,
That's a good answer.
I mean, I can't let me down. I'm not too much worried about what people say about me because I know my past is going to always follow me, but I don't tend to talk about my past unless somebody asks me. But most important thing in my recovery right now is me. I don't know if everybody out there that don't know me, I'm married, I got a wife, I got 2 stepchildren, I got a mother, and I got a whole bunch of family that love and care for me. But the most important thing right now is me. And first and foremost, God is the most important thing, but I'm the second most important thing, then my wife. No matter what I go through each and every day, I always turn around and I know who my God is now today, because He has brought me through a lot of things that I shouldn't have made it out of. And I just thank Him each and every day for just keeping me and giving me another opportunity to be here right now, to be able to speak to the people that's on the outside looking in. There is a way out. And you ain't got to keep running. All you got to do is just give it all to Him. And 9 times out of 10, He going to take it upon Himself. And He going to reunite you with yourself.
Amen.
Give your life back.
Okay, I got 2 questions in one. How do you stay sober, and what are the tools you use to stay sober?
How I'm staying sober. Staying in constant contact with you all, and going to CR groups, and coming to this meeting here on Friday nights, which is Unchained. For everybody that didn't know, it's a great opportunity to get out and try it out.
At 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
5525 Highway 178 East in Fulton at the Unity TV 39 studios.
We talk about the past. We don't glorify the past, but we do keep it real. And you got to keep it honest, because it's an honest program for y'all that didn't know. And some of my tools right now is going to church Sundays, reaching out to those that want to be reached out to. I mean, I'm not going out to no dope houses, reach out to nobody, but I'm pretty sure if you can get on the internet and use your phone well, you can reach out through this internet. If you can do all things, you can definitely do it through the internet. And going to church is one of them. And, just when I got problems, reaching out to Will, Crystal, and just, you got to stay strong in your worship time in order for God to even help you. I mean, if you fall weak, don't be ashamed. Come and tell somebody, give it away. Can't keep what you have unless you give it away. You got to take that burden off of you. Can't keep it. If you slip and fall, get back up. Say, a righteous man falls 7 times. It ain't the falling that he failed. It's how he got back up. I mean, I didn't get here by one fall. I done fell 1,000,000 times. And I'm pretty sure everybody in here knows. If you don't know by now, you know I didn't fail. I got bumps and bruises all over me. But it's a constant, everyday struggle. But one thing, in my mind today, I'm at peace, because I don't have to live that way anymore. I mean, I have great, dependable people to call, and I depend on them, and they depend on me to do what's right.
When you talk about getting out and staying sober, the big thing for me, because I'm a recovering addict too, was changing my people places and things.
Right.
You know, when I got sober, I changed slowly. I changed my people, places, and things. Because when I first got sober, I was still hanging, you know, with my crowd. Because that's what I had, and that's what I was used to, you know. And then I started growing in recovery, and then all of a sudden I'm not used to them anymore.
Right.
And I see what I was going through sober. I'm sober, and I see them. I was just like them, you know. I see them wear and tear, and they're just wearing themselves down.
Right.
And I was like, thank you, Lord. You know,
Thank you,
He was
Jesus.
there for me to reach my hand up and grab His to pull me out of the hole that I put myself in. But my people, places, and things was the biggest thing for me to change, to keep my sobriety. And being selfish was my sobriety. You know, like you said, it's about self. Because we have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of anybody else. You know, and taking care of yourself is people, places, and things. Get a job. You know, I just now recently started living on my own, and I had a job for a year. I've had my job a year. I'm happy about
Thank
that.
God.
Yes, and a vehicle to do what we need to do. But you know, the scariest part about getting a job, being sober, is money.
Yeah.
When you got some money, you know, people are worried about you too. You know,
Yeah.
your family, you know, what's she gonna do with that, or what he gonna do with that?
Right.
You know, she got some money in her pocket, you know, but the best thing is you got bills that you've got to pay.
Try to pay.
And then, you know, in addiction, you piled up some stuff, you know, that you need to pay off,
Right.
or you're not going to be free anymore.
Sure.
You know, like restitution and fines and warrants. You know, I had to pay all that up to be safe to drive and just be safe and free.
Right. Ain't nothing like that feeling is being free from all that old drama. It's drama.
It is.
It's a head chain, I promise you. But 2 Sundays ago, I got the Holy Ghost,
Yay!
and I've been just feeling convicted of any and everything. If it's wrong, then I'm convicted. I'm convicted right then. God is going to convict you. When God convicts you, you are guilty. It ain't no way of turning it around. But I'm acknowledging wrong before I do wrong. I mean, that's a part of growth. I mean, when I was in my addiction, I knew what wrong was, and I went right ahead for it, full speed. I mean, with all capabilities of not doing right. I mean, I wake up in the morning trying to find something wrong to do. I mean, I'm like, wow. Now God has fully changed my heart and reconnected my mind with my soul. You know, I'm living a pretty good life. I mean, I have problems. I ain't gonna say I don't. Everybody does. But we gotta learn how to tackle those problems with His help, because He's the only one that's gonna be able to help you out of anything and help you through it all. But I just give Him all the credit, because if it wasn't Him, I wouldn't be here today. I know that for a fact.
If you had some advice for somebody who's currently struggling, where should they start? Where would you recommend they start?
I would tell them to first take a look around you. Take a look around you. Look at the loved ones that love you. If you got a mother or father still living, go visit them and take a look at them while you're in your addiction, and sit there and listen to what they got to say, because they mean nothing but good when they tell you, look, son, I don't like to see you this way. I love you. I mean, a person that's in addiction, all they need to hear is, I love you.
Right.
A person that's in addiction, all they need to hear is, I love you. Because when you out there in your addiction, the people that you're around, only thing they saying is, got any more? Got any more? Where you going to get some more? So when you go to them folks that love you, they say, look, I don't like to see you this way. I know you, I know who you are. I know where you came from. And this is not you. That's definitely a time to get it together. Get it right. Give it up. Give it all you got. I mean, let it take you and move you in ways that you ain't never been moved. And another thing, if you're on probation, parole, or drug court, there ain't a chance in the world you're gonna make it through it. getting high. Not sneaking, peeking, getting high. Not smoking a little bit. Not drinking a little bit. Because it's going to catch up with you. It's going to fail you every time.
Right.
It ain't no halfway getting high. Either you're high or you ain't getting high. So either you're drunk or you're drunk. But reunite yourself with your families and your loved ones and your best of friends and new ones besides God is going to keep you in line, get you in line. Find you a group of people like here and go out and meet on Fridays and go to church on Sundays and try to continue to do what's right on Tuesdays and Mondays.
All right, when you get with the family members and you hear them say that, I love you, and, as an addict, when I got around my family members, of course it was short, because I was addict. It was short time of being with my family and doing what I had to do to get out of there and go do something else. I didn't take the time to listen at that time. And that's good to sit down with your family and let them tell you that they love you and love on you, because that's important. Because when you're in addiction, you lose a lot of family members,
right,
and you really don't care. You're like, okay, But when you start getting sober, you remember those family members that you've lost, and it hurts you because you didn't get to say your goodbye.
Right.
So when you're loving on your family and let them love on you back, just have an open mind, because the family is not there to hurt you. They are there to help you. And that was hard for me to grasp, when I was in my addiction, because I honestly thought everybody hated me.
Right.
That's just the way I was thinking, because the addiction had a hold of me. Men told me that they loved me. That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted, somebody to love me,
right,
for who I am. It wasn't for who I am at that time. It was for what I had.
right.
And it's a messed up world in addiction. But now, being sober, I can be around my family and let them love on me and learn how to love them back. Because you have to learn how to love again in the right way, in Jesus.
Yes.
Because I can tell you, I do love my family, I really do, and I just did not know how much they had my back because I wasn't listening.
Right.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you gotta catch on. When them folks listen to you, you gotta listen to the other side, where they coming from with it, because if you ain't listening directly, and when it's going in one ear and out the other, you're gonna miss something. I promise you're gonna miss it. And it could be catastrophic. It could cause you to lose your life.
Yeah. My sister thought about doing an intervention on me, and I don't know if that would have worked at the time, because I was so far out in the world, I probably ran,
Right.
But my dad said something to me that really stuck with me. He told me I wasn't ready. I'm like, what if I am ready? I might be ready. You don't know.
The rebellious side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, and he also told me about the abusive men. I just like to be hit, and that stuck with me too.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I don't like to be hit on. I don't want no man to hit on me anymore. And that sort of helped me. Little things like that I did hold on to when I was talking to family, sort of grew bigger and bigger to make me change my mind of, this is what I want now.
Right.
I don't want men to hit on me or anybody else to hit on me. I want somebody to love me for who I am, for who the real Crystal is in
Right.
Jesus. And, it's at first it was hard to grasp all that, but you have to give yourself a learning time, because you got to learn how to be sober.
Mm-hmm.
It don't come overnight.
Sure
You
don't.
just don't wake up and say, whew, there it was, I'm sober now. No, you got to learn who you are. And the first year of recovery is learning yourself, learning who you are, and being the best you can be for yourself where you can help others. And that's what we're here today doing, is trying to help others to reach out to. And this is an awesome thing for us as a recovery group, because we get to, meet new people. And they're number one when they come in. They're the most important thing in recovery, because they're fragile, and we got to learn how to love them the way they need to be loved.
True.
You know, and that's good.
Yes, it is. It's great.
So since you've been coming to the Unchained recovery meetings, have there been any? I mean, you know, we've seen changes in you
Yes.
over the last several months, big changes, and you know, you're an inspiration. But when you come to our meetings here at the station, you know, or since you've been coming, have you had any changes in your own self that you
recognize in yourself?
Well, I can recognize quite a few. It's an opportunity for me to get to speak to someone that need to be spoken to, and to listen to people that's going through their addictions. I've seen a lot of, what's the word I want to say? I've seen a lot of change in my actions. Because I used to be so easy to say I do this and I did that, and I never done it. I mean, I quit to tell a lie to keep somebody happy in their spirit. You know what? This is what I used to do. This is how I did it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, if I tell you something 9 times out of 10, I done it. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? But as far as like being prosperous and a man of my word and kind-hearted and loving and conditioning, I'm trying to be better and better and better and better and better each and every day. I mean, the worst thing you can do is let yourself down. I mean, because you're going to hold yourself accountable for allowing yourself to let yourself down. And for some odd reason, it's kind of hard. But now I just, when I say I'm finna do something, or somebody asks me to do something, if I can't do it, I'm gonna tell them right now, look, I can't do it. But now, if somebody asks me something and I can do it, I'm gonna do it with all my strength and all my means. And I don't like being late for nothing. I like to be early. And with life and its situation that's going on, there ain't nothing. There ain't nothing but minor setbacks. What's going on in this world? You can take it for the good. You can take it for the bad and turn it for the good. You can take all things which seem to be bad and turn it good. God said you can. And the power of the tongue is sharper than a two-edged sword. You can speak life or you can speak death. Mm-hmm. And you can curse yourself. Mm-hmm. So I try to be upbeat and positive to everybody. Everybody that's going through a situation, if they need positive, constructive criticism, whatever it is, if they need some uplifting, or if I see they need uplifting, I'm going to give it to them. Because it uplifts me to be able to give.
If you see somebody that's in recovery and you see them fall, how are you going to uplift them? What's your approach to somebody that has fallen and they come back to the group? Say, they come back to the group and they're all have shame all over them because they put it there themselves. How are you going to embrace them?
I'm going to tell them, look, I love you and we all love you. Just because you failed, it don't mean you can't get back up. Pick back up where you started or where you left off at. Sure. Don't beat yourself up. I said, because it ain't no man perfect. It ain't no woman perfect. And there's going to be some more situations that come along in your life that you're going to fall in. So don't continue to batter and beat yourself up on the inside because it can turn ugly real quick. And then you'll be way back somewhere you wasn't even... Didn't want to be, you know. Mm-hmm. But I learned that. But 5, 6, 7 months ago, I was like, you know what? I failed. But you know what? It ain't according to how you fall. Like I said a while ago, it's according to how you get back up. Righteous man falls 7 times, but I'm pretty sure he fell more than 7 times. That's just God's abbreviation for short-term language skills for us small-minded people. You know, we can big brain something, but we have a small mind in this world. But we got a big opinion to others and to ourselves. And we got great obligations here on this earth to help, not just ourselves, we got to help the people around us. It's going to come in with thou shalt love thy neighbor. No matter what they do or how they do it, still love them. So when you see somebody that fall or doesn't fail, help them back up. You can't look down on someone unless you're picking them back up. can't look down on someone unless you're helping them up. So just keep that in mind. Now one of us perfect in this world.
Right.
We striving to be perfect. So always know that your brothers and sisters this week, try to give them some positive outlook on what's going on in this situation. Don't tell them where they went wrong at, because that ain't positive. That ain't constructive criticism. Tell them to get back up and continue what you're doing. Just try to make today better for tomorrow.
I'll tell you the last thing most people want to hear is you should have, or
Right.
you should, or you ought
shouldn't
to.
have.
Yeah. And we have to be careful not to tell people who come to our meetings, well, this is how you should have done it. We just
Right.
try to show them how we did it and let that example come to them. Because if they want to be here with us, then they want help, and
Right.
and they'll be receptive to that. And I just think that one of the worst things we could do is tell them what to do.
Right.
And if anybody's out there thinking that they want to get sober or having the feeling of I'm done, I'm at my rock bottom, I'm ready to pick myself up, I'm ready to do something different with my life because there's more to my life than addiction, contact us here at Unchained Recovery.
We're at 5525 Highway 178 East in Fulton at the TV 39 Studios, or you can reach me at 662-551-0090.
And our Unchained meeting is every Friday night at 6 to 8. We're here to help you. If you're willing to take the first step, admitting to yourself that you're an addict and that you need help, there's places you can go. There's people you can see. We all three got here by talking to somebody else. And we all three got the help that we needed by talking to somebody else. And we're here for you, and we're here for each other.
We do actually have 2 meetings. For those of you on drug court or coming for a CPS that needs signatures, if you show up on time and stay for both meetings, you will get 2 signatures from us.
Hey, check this out. There's a slogan going around talking about Black Lives Matter. All lives matter.
Amen.
Indeed.
Amen.
All lives do matter, especially to us.
We're about out of time, so that's about it for this week's episode of Breaking Chains. We want to thank Felix for joining us for
Thank you,
the
Felix.
second time, and
Thank
we
y'all
hope
for
there's
letting me
a
come and pour out my blessings to y'all.
we hope there's a third.
Yes, it will be.
And
To the growth.
it's great to see you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Felix.
God bless you.